Hi everyone, my name's Leilani and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to do a flip through of the first half of my 2020 Project Life album. So here we go. This is my, just title page. I don't typically do anything too exciting for the title page. I just kind of throw some stuff together, to be honest. So here it is, just mostly stuff from my stash. A lot of this album you'll see will be like Kelly Perky, Citrus Twist, stuff like that. I might not touch on every single thing that I use, but a lot of it is kind of the same companies. But yeah, so just some Instax, threw some stuff together for a fun title page. And then here we really get into it. So this is the first week. This is Feature Craft. I believe this is the only time I use them throughout the album, really. But yeah, first week of the year, getting into 2020. Mostly just a date day with my hubby, and we got vegan donuts. This is a little pig that I sponsor from a local pig sanctuary. Will, my husband, got an Instant Pot for Christmas, so he was making us all kinds of recipes. That was fun. So just kind of your typical start of the year stuff. And then I do the, Inky Quill approach where I do add in layouts. So I don't do layouts a lot, but whenever I feel the urge, I just throw them right in here. This one I believe is 8.5 by 11. Sometimes I do 9 by 12. Just throw them in here and add it right in with my Project Life. So this is just kind of a start of the year selfie. And here's one of our kitty cat and our puppy laying together. And then these are kind of fun. These are from Persnickety Prints, and they are the coronavirus timeline. So I just printed them off for each month and adhered them onto double-sided pattern paper and just plopped them right in my album. Here is week 2. That's definitely Citrus Twist, and just kind of a random week. I love being able to add all those kind of just small things that are, just make up your life, like getting a new septum ring, and it was really hard to get in, and I was really proud, so took a picture of that. Watching Lord of the Rings, the Australian fires, of course, was a really sad time. And then my husband actually is a tattoo artist, and one of my dear friends, Shelby, got tattooed by him, so I included that photo. And actually this is a Simple Stories little pocket, and under here I included some text between me and Shelby that were really cute, so that's always fun. I love adding text messages and things like that. Week 3, me and my mom went to see Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the musical, and that was really fun, and cute pictures of the dogs, just typical things. Will got some of those socks that were going around, with like your pet's face, and it had my face on it. Coworkers got it for him, so that was kind of funny. Here is another layout of my husband. Whenever Shelby got tattooed, she took these pictures, and I just really loved them, and I did a little layout here. I love pictures of him while he's working, since I don't get to see that very often. And then speaking of Shelby, that's Shelby, and it was her birthday. So here I use Crepe Paper Hooray collection, which I love that collection. And then over here, besides Shelby's birthday, it was mostly, I was sick that week, and we just made brunch at home, did easy stuff like that. I know I had a few Citrus Twist cards that were food related, so I had fun using those up. Week 5. This one, I definitely remember kind of like wanting to use those blue cards, even though there's not a lot of blue in my pictures, but I still feel like it works good enough, and I did add the pink to go with the actual photos. But this was a fun week for our date day. I actually tattooed Will, which is funny because I definitely don't know how to tattoo, so that was like a crazy experience. Coronavirus timeline for February. Then this was for sure just kind of a regular week. Got brunch. That was my tattoo from Will. Got a car wash, thrilling things. One thing though, this is a throwback photo of our puppy Penny from a couple years before, when she had to get an eye surgery, and she had to wear the cone for like 24 days or something crazy. And I put that because the following week, week 7, she had the cone again. So unfortunately, she had the same thing happened in her other eye, so she had to get another surgery. But she only had to wear the cone for 7 days, which was a big improvement. So this was also Valentine's Day. I used digital cards from Studio Calico, and I love that collection a lot. Just kind of a chill Valentine's. Did Galentine mail. My friend Sarah got tattooed by Will. Just my fun little Valentine gifts, just easygoing stuff. Did a little 6x12 layout of Penny, our little cone head. And on the back, another photo of Penny, because you can never have too many cone photos. This one, week 8, was pretty much just a day out and about, a date day with my hubby. I used mostly Citrus Twist, I believe. And I know this one was a little bit of a challenge, trying to use the purple and the reds, and then I have this green from the cardigan and all of that, but I feel like it pretty much worked here at the end. We went thrifting and ate at the new restaurant, the Global Cafe. My mom got tattooed by Will. And then week 9 was my husband's birthday week, and he is a leap year baby, so he had a real birthday this year, which was exciting. And we went to New Orleans. So this one is actually the first week that I did a 2-page spread, which I don't do a lot, but if I have enough pictures and I want to, I'll do it. So here I used in a creative bubble, which you'll see a lot more of them as the album goes on, and I love their printables. So here I definitely used a couple things, like maybe a around town collection and the birthday collection. And here we were in New Orleans. It was my first time there. Checked out Bourbon Street during the day, went to the Museum of Death, ate delicious vegan brunch. Here I used a glassine bag and just backed it with pattern paper and made a cute little place for all of our ephemera, little tickets and whatnot. This was a layout that I did, and you'll see I was really into this like sprinkling of stars, and I did that a lot on a lot of these layouts. But that was a picture of us from our trip, and then here were some of Will and Penny when we got back home. And this was the rest of our trip, so just, random stuff. Will got tattooed a couple times, a little throwback baby picture that someone in his family posted. These are some business cards. Under here, another little flippy about a restaurant we ate at. Then week 10, this one is definitely the last kind of like normal week before COVID hit, So this one was Citrus Twist, and just kind of a regular week. I did a little photo shoot with our dog Penny when her eye was all healed and the daffodils are growing for spring. And here I did a little meme of working from home, and it's just funny because I never would have thought that I would have been working from home, and now we're like hitting the 6-month mark. So, the coronavirus for March. Another little layout of our other dog, Poppy. And then on the back, Will sent me this. So we actually live on the same property as my parents. We have 8 acres and we both have a house. So we're basically neighbors. So it works out well because every day Will, on the way to work, would take our puppies down, and my parents would doggy sit every day. So that was a great thing. So he snapped that picture and sent it to me. Then here's where COVID, it really got crazy, and I was still at work this week, but definitely we were starting to, wonder what was going on. And so these were some free printables from In a Creative Bubble, and I really liked those, and mostly just telling the story of like stocking up on toilet paper. And I swear we only got one each, but we were out. And Will was going to be going to a tattoo convention with a coworker, and they ended up not going, but he had made paintings and got t-shirts made, and he got all these stickers made. So I have the stickers in there and all that kind of stuff. And then here, Disney World and Disneyland closed, and I'm like a crazy Disney fan, so I had to include that. A lot of these are in a creative bubble, for sure. Definitely a mixture of some different collections, like a at home collection, the sick collection, things like that. But this was the first week that I was working from home. So here's my workstation, texts with friends, doggy pictures, pet pictures, Animal Crossing, all of the usual quarantine staples there. And then on week 13, we did have kind of a hard week with my mom. She had a crazy back issue happen, and she doesn't have back problems, so it was just really wild, but we made it through and she's fine now. But that's why I love having like cards like this, like the tough times card, because sometimes you do have tough times, and it's nice to have a way to document those, and I like to document things like that in my project life. Besides that, just a regular week. I found a little cute illustration about work from home fashions, which I was definitely feeling. And then this week is a 2-page spread kind of randomly, but I feel like we were really getting into the the vibe of just being at home. And so this is whenever In a Creative Bubble did their new monthly release, and I loved these a lot. They were like home but loosely COVID themed. I love The Couch is Calling and I Must Go. But here's where we finally got baking supplies from the grocery, and my husband put together my desk, which I had gotten in like December and never put it together. We were painting furniture, we were cleaning out the pantry, we were cleaning out closets. I mean, we were doing all the house things. And then here's another little glassine bag pocket for a few things I wanted to keep, and coronavirus for April. And then more of the same week, I got kind of dressed up for a Zoom call. We were very deep into Ozark at this point, which definitely reminds me of that like beginning, Tiger King Ozark beginning phase of quarantine. So it feels so long ago. Pretty crazy. It feels like a different world, honestly. Here, a lot more printables. I think this one was a citrus twist from their Facebook group. I liked including, things like COVID related. I did another flip up here just with additional journaling. I did some happy mail to my friends. Will and my dad planted a vegetable garden. We were running out of toilet paper and couldn't find more, which was a scary time. And then over here, I wanted to take some pictures of these extremely overgrown azalea bushes in front of our house. So I decided to just print them off as 6x8s and just kind of have like statement pictures in here. And I really do like to do that sometimes. So there's me and Penny. And there's a cute one of Penny and Poppy. And then our little indoor-outdoor friend, Shang. And then here is another layout where I just wanted to type a lot about quarantine and how I was feeling. And this was back whenever we were doing the DIY mask out of like bandanas and stuff, and hadn't bought all the pretty ones yet. So that's kind of funny. And then on the back, here is just an additional page about being at home and how I'm just happy that I have my family here and all of that good stuff. This one, definitely more of a stash page, and we had finished Ozark. We moved on this week to The Matrix. We watched all 3 Matrix movies, which I'd never seen, and that was like really fun. And I was doing more home projects. I bought my mom some rainbow roses to, brighten her day after all of her back issues, more journaling. This was when I started making banana bread, and that's been a huge staple ever since. More, mask pictures. This was officially 1 month of quarantine. This one I feel is like an Allie Edwards maybe cut apart sheet or something that I got for the most part. But here was where my husband loves to cook, and so he was making like double batches of food to take to my parents. We were watching Outer Banks. I bought the doggies new pet beds, and my roots were going crazy. And this card was a freebie from In a Creative Bubble, I'm pretty sure. And I was writing about how things were reopening and how it seemed a little early to be doing that. And then over here, week 18 is my little Penny's birthday. So I included a insert here where I just chopped down a 12x12 page protector because I wanted to do a little bit more about like quarantine and stuff. And I'm pretty sure this was like International Scrapbooking Day. So I think these were from Citrus Twist. And I just did a little more. I did another flip up with a lot of the protesting and all of the craziness that was going on that I wanted to document. Then on the back, did the dogs in lockdown. And over here, this was Penny's birthday. Like I said, she turned 3. And I got this idea from Dearly D to just add in a 6x8 photo straight into the weekly spread. And I really like the way that that looks. And I had fun doing that and taking the pictures and all of that. And besides that, I have a little pocket here with some Instax in there. I made cupcakes. And we tried to go to Starbucks, but it wasn't open yet. But the drive-thru opened the next week. And a lot of these cards, which are fun, I got from random shops. And I'm pretty sure Tracy Reed, you probably have to go back on her blog, but she had she had compiled a list of a lot of like all of these kind of social distance type cards. So I went and printed a lot of those. This one was Mother's Day, so we're into May. And this was Studio Calico again, the digitals. And yeah, I just have pictures from the day of my mom and with all of us. And I loved this kit. I just thought these were so pretty. I love the on the menu where I could talk about what we made because we all ate together. And Will made this delicious vegan cheesecake, the coronavirus timeline for May, and then of course other things, snail mail. Love to document the mail that I make for my friends and family. Our favorite restaurant reopened for takeout. And then we did have a crazy thing happen down here. We had a huge tree fall on 2 of our cars actually, which was insane and so loud, but it all ended up working out and it's fine now, but it was kind of scary in the moment. Okay, here, this is definitely Kelly Perky, the swag bags, and I love these because they're very coronavirus themed. I love this is day 845 of quarantine. And I remember thinking at this time, like, wow, will I have use for these quarantine themed cards? And I really did. But this was also Week in the Life. So that was my first time doing Week in the Life and I had a lot of fun doing that. And it was the first week that we really got out of the house, and me and my mom went to Target and went to Starbucks, and the aisles were still pretty bare of like toilet paper and stuff. Under here, this is stuff about Will's work. And then here I did another layout just about how I've been so happy to be quarantined with my husband, and how actually before this we were on like pretty much opposite schedules. So it's really been nice for us. We've had a lot of quality time, and we've honestly had a really great time in quarantine. So I wanted to document that. On the back, I found these really big numbers in my stash, and I did a layout about my mom's 60th birthday. Then over here, definitely more Kelly Perky, more in a creative bubble, which I love those. Just stuff about my mom's birthday. We made pizzas and did fun toppings. My hubby grew oyster mushrooms, which was cool. And then this one is all of the hand sanitizer. And I just thought, there's a limit on how many you could get and just how that's very like 2020. And we probably, hopefully, won't care as much about hand sanitizer in the years to come. So, and then under here, I really like this card. It's the Cancel Plans card from In a Creative Bubble. And me and my mom were going to the Alanis Morissette Jagged Little Pill tour and Crime Junkie. So both got either canceled or postponed. So I was happy to document that. Then we're up to week 22, and we have more In a Creative Bubble and more Kelly Perky mostly. And this was also marked the week of George Floyd's murder and the Black Lives Matter movement. And that's like really important, I feel, to the world, and definitely important in my world. So I wanted to document that as best that I could throughout my album. So I did some here, and then I also liked this today's headlines card, and I used some Kelly Perky stickers. And under here I did Disney World reopening and the coronavirus death toll tops 100,000. And then I really wasn't done documenting Black Lives Matter, so I did another little layout here with some pictures I found online. I thought these were some powerful images. I wrote a little more, and then Citrus Twist did some free printables, and so I included a few other things from like Instagram and made another layout here. Then this is a very like summer layout. We're into June. This was a card from my friend. Here was coronavirus timeline again, and this is definitely stash stuff. So my parents have a swim spa. It's kind of like a hot tub. They can be hot or cold. So we got out in that day. And we're like crazy Big Brother fans. And we got CBS All Access and started Big Brother 10. And it's the best season. Very fun. Okay, then these I feel like are like crazy embellished for me. But, I'm just rolling with it. They're completed. So, but definitely all citrus twist. I mean, I'm pretty sure this was pretty much both sides are from that month's kit. So we had a Zoom call with Will's family. Me and Will celebrated 9 years, so that was my picture on Instagram that I posted. Will was protesting some for Black Lives Matter, so he got tested for COVID and he was negative. And I did start going back into the office maybe once a week or once every few weeks, but with only a couple people in the entire office, thankfully. But I was definitely had my arsenal of supplies like gloves and disinfectant wipes and hand sanitizer and my mask and all that. So, and then over here it was Father's Day, and we finally put up our tattoo flash gallery wall. We made more pizza, and y'all, this is where my roots were. I mean, at this point, I can't even talk. It was so crazy. I'm normally bleach blonde, so I did finally get my hair done, but I was trying to wait, and wow. And also, I did not know that I had gray hair, so that was a fun discovery. We were on to Big Brother 11, and then we have the very last page. This is for sure a stash layout, but also some Pink Fresh from the Stay at Home collection, which are really cute. I love that collection. And so here I wrote some letters to people in assisted living. We had our first pepper grow, started watching Big Brother 12. So just kind of a stash, just a random week in a stash layout. So that's it. That is my first half of my 2020 project life, and also just putting it out there. This is my first ever YouTube video, so I hope it's okay. Please be kind. But yeah, I love watching scrapbook videos on YouTube. I love watching you girls and all of your creativity, and I just thought, I'm gonna try to make them. So my husband bought me all this YouTube equipment literally like about a year ago, and I'm just now getting it out and trying it. So I hope the video is okay, but please, if you like what you saw, subscribe, give me a like, and I definitely plan on making more content for this channel. So yeah, I hope you'll have a great day. Thanks, y'all.